Start saving for your golden years with a Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock. CVM News at 7 Headlines Thursday. Brought to you by Guardian Life. Live secure. Live easy. Tonight in CVM News at 7, Phase 1 begins at Spanish Town Hospital. Beachy Stout sentencing postponed, and JTA members urged to seek help.
Also this evening, iconic Jamaica photo immortalized. In the business report, Carib Cement building towards improved exports. And in sports, Southern Conference first round playoffs underway. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. I'm Stephen McHugh.
And I'm Carolyn Brown. It's Thursday, May 16, 2024. Thanks as usual for joining us. Thursday's scheduled sentence hearing for Portland native Everton MacDonald and another man involved in the killing of MacDonald's wife was postponed.
Our reporter Trisha Gay Kelly was on location at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston for this update.
The sentencing for businessman Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald and his co-convict Oscar Barnes has been postponed until September 19 of this year. On March 6, both were found guilty of murder and conspiracy to murder in the killing of MacDonald's second wife Tonya in July 2020. What was left of his wife's body after she was set ablaze was found next to her vehicle in Sherwood Forest, Portland. His attorney, Christopher Townsend, considers it a minor setback.
Well, it's just a delay because we'll certainly like the opportunity to engage the next round of litigation as quickly as possible. So, you know, this is really, I mean, we understand that the judge was unable to be here.
Members of the media were informed that the social inquiry reports for both men are ready. Townsend remains confident in the case.
And we'll certainly like to get the ball rolling so that we can get to the next level where we will believe that we'll be successful. I'm quite confident that the Court of Appeal, the arguments that we'll be putting forward there will be very, very strong arguments.
Tonya MacDonald was found with a slashed throat and stab wounds. A contract killer in the case, Denverlin Minot, is now behind bars and is to serve 19 years in prison. MacDonald and Barnes' case was initially scheduled for Thursday. However, ruling Judge Justice Chester Stamp was unavailable. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
Danielle Row would have celebrated her birthday on this day. She was kidnapped from school on a rainy Thursday evening last year and her life snuffed out. The police are yet to share a possible motive for her killing. Our reporter Natalia Clark has been tracking the story and now recaps.
Row would have celebrated her 9th birthday today, May 16. Instead, those who loved her most were today forced to recall how she was snatched from the Brayton Primary and Infant School in Portmore on Thursday, June 8, 2023. Her frail body was found later that evening along Roosevelt Avenue in St. Andrew. She died 2 days later at the Bustamante Hospital for Children. An autopsy found she died from an incised wound to the neck. When CVM News visited her school shortly after the ordeal, she was remembered as reserved and promising.
She was somewhat different in that she was one of those who was very meticulous. She always kept to herself, not that she didn't interact with the other students, but she would always be in her book. She was a little bookworm.
That little girl could have been the president, she could have been a doctor, but all that potential was there.
We have lost a scientist. We have lost a pilot. Hey, we have lost a doctor. And some of us, we lost one geriatric doctor because all we know we want somebody to come look at in our old age. They take and they cut out the person. We cannot just take it as simple as that. We have lost a nation builder.
Her death resulted in nationwide mourning, with many questioning how any sane person could attack and discard a child in such a manner. Her family, bearing placards, over a month later on July 21, 2023, staged a protest in the area where she was found bleeding.
We want to see cameras in school. Yeah? We want to see police force reformed. We want to see big change in this country.
What I find really disgusting at the moment is how close the police station is to the crime scene. That really tells a story that criminals are not scared of the law enforcement. I dare to say because most of them are actually in the force itself.
Danielle's alleged killer, who is said to have been her father's former spouse, was arrested on Friday, August 11. She is Coyote Satchel, a dental assistant. She has remained in custody since then, but maintains her innocence. Danielle Row was laid to rest on July 23, and on Thursday, her family visited her graveside before returning to the Supreme Court, where her alleged killer was scheduled for a hearing. Natalia Clark, CVM News.
In other news, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is taking bold steps to enhance service delivery across the corporate area. Mayor Andrew Swaby confirmed the approval of 11 multi-million-dollar contracts aimed at boosting the city's infrastructure and development. Here's Ramon Gordon.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation is on a mission to enhance service delivery in the corporate area. Mayor Andrew Swaby confirmed that the KSAMC has approved 11 multi-million-dollar contracts to enhance the city's infrastructure and development.
The following contracts were awarded to General Paving Company Limited. The Crossroad Market at a cost of $2.6 million. Perennial Child's Arcade at a cost of $3.9 million. Oxford Mall Arcade at a cost of $4.5 million. Darling Street Bus Terminal at a cost of $2.6 million. And the other, I reliably informed that the other 3 or 4 sanitary conveyors will be done in short order.
Mayor Swaby was speaking recently at a municipal meeting. The city's engineering department commenced work on May 10 and is expected to keep at it for at least 6 weeks.
We will be embarking on road repairs within 4 divisions under the Councillor's Divisional Allocation Fund, which will commence in short order.
The contracts, totaling over $13 million, include provisions for public restrooms and housing for the poor. The team's also working on a recreational area for residents.
The KSAMC will constructing a public park at the corner of Beckford and Darling Street at a cost of $29.9 million. The city engineer advised that construction will begin on May 13 and is expected to be completed within 180 days.
Meanwhile, at least 200 vendors have been displaced following a fire at the Ray Ray Market recently. The May 7 fire gutted the downtown Kingston Market, which had gone up in flames before in January. The authorities believe the latest fire was an act of arson.
There are far too many fires taking place in our downtown market district. Over the years, vendors and their families have suffered tremendous setback as a result. The situation is very disheartening, as many of our vendors are the breadwinners of their families.
Investigations into that matter are ongoing. Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
Students are being encouraged to exercise due care in deciding who to drive with to and from school. Now, this appeal follows Tuesday's fatal crash in Portland, in which 2 Titchfield High School students died and several others remain hospitalized.
Today for a plea and case management hearing in the home.
If you consider yourself one who offers service and you are engaged in a paid contract to offer further service to the motoring public, this message from a broken-hearted educator and school principal.
We need our public transportation providers. We need them. They play an essential role in a broken system. So we all have a responsibility. Those who use the service and those who offer the service to do it properly.
And in the same breath, a message to students.
The same way we complain about the type of meals at the cafeteria if they are dissatisfied, they should complain about the service they're receiving as well from transport operators.
It's a lot for one institution, grieving the deaths of 9th graders Jawan Winter and Onaje Lindsay, while praying other schoolmates Renika Silvera, Zawadi Long, David Johnson and Kimarley Williams, as well as Deandra Shabali, who, according to doctors, are in critical condition, will live. The reality is there's no way to normalize trauma. And Titchfield High, which is barely getting over the 2019 incident along the same roadway, where another prominent lad in the prime of his life was killed. Another crash.
I'm not attempting to cast blame, and I'm not attempting to broad brush. I'm saying I think this is happening too often, all across the island.
The appeals have been loud and consistent. More recently, the disparity between urban and rural movement is more glaring.
I speak about it every day. The children in Kingston get cheap ride to school, and the children in rural Jamaica pays expensive fares and pack and sit down on each other like sardines. I know sometimes you can't do better. No afraid for somebody ever say, boy, you're wimp, you're afraid of fast driving. No, speed kills.
The minister had no solutions, just an extension of the appeals for rationality to prevail for those behind the wheels.
To all on our streets, to slow down, be careful, obey the rules of the road. They're there for our own protection.
And there's still more to come here on CVM News at 7. Please stay with us. At 7, Headlines Thursday, brought to you by Guardian Life. Live secure, live easy.
Invest in Jamaica and make your money grow. Invest in Mayberry Jamaican Equities Bond, a safe and purposeful way to invest. How? We carefully invest your funds in top local companies, empowering you to profit from multiple businesses, not just one. With a minimum investment of just $20,000 and an interest rate of up to 10.5% per annum, it's more than just growth. It's profit with purpose. Discover more at www.profitwithpurposeja.com or contact your investment advisor for full details. Profit with purpose. Invest with Mayberry.
Hey, how was school?
It was really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. I never see a boil up patty like you.
Son, you good?
No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
Celebrating moms everywhere.
Make a difference. Join the March for Palestine Coalition and take a stand against apartheid and colonialism. Come out to Mandela Park in Halfway Tree this Saturday, May 18 from 3 to 5 p.m. as we march in solidarity with Palestine. Let's come together and honor the anniversary of the Nakba. Come take your stand against apartheid and colonialism. See you there.
Welcome back. The World Meteorological Organization says 2023 was the hottest year on record for Latin America and the Caribbean. It's May 2024 and Jamaicans believe they are experiencing warmer than usual temperatures. But as Nika Lewis reports, their theory might not be accurate.
Water bottles, bag juices and umbrellas. This is the scene in Crossroads, Kingston, as many commuters went about their business in what they describe as extreme heat.
It has been increased, I think so. It's very hot. Like literally when I come out, I feel like my skin is scorching. So it's very hot.
Yeah man, people buy more drinks, more ice. Yeah, they must spend more money because the time is hot. Climate change, yes. Climate change is having an effect on the world.
Be really terrible out here, you know, so because of that we have to stay in the shade more and drink a whole heap of water.
Despite concerns from many Jamaicans, the Met Service recently stated that the island is not experiencing a heat wave and has said it's experienced warmer conditions already this year. We'll have more details in tomorrow's newscast.
President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, the JTA, Leighton Johnson, has confirmed the Sydney Pagan Academy teacher captured on video this week was having a breakdown and that she's now receiving care and support. The incident forced classes online as the school has reportedly closed on Thursday. More in this update from Nika Lewis.
A math teacher at the Sydney Pagan STEM Academy in St. Elizabeth was on Wednesday caught on camera in what's being classified as a meltdown. She was seen with what appeared to be a knife slaughtering a chicken before moving to perform what appeared to be a ritual. And while many watched amused, the matter has again brought to the fore the need for awareness around mental health issues. The president of the JTA spoke up.
Yes, the teacher is indeed receiving support through healthcare. She has been institutionalized, and we just hope for the best when she's concerned.
Johnson says he did not wish to delve further into the matter of whether this was her first breakdown. However, social media recently lit up with videos of the teacher lashing out about myriad issues in what some felt was the onset of the breakdown. The JTA boss is assuring help is available to members in need of support.
So we continue to encourage our members if they are feeling any kind of depression or anxiety, that there is help available and that they should not suffer in silence. We continue to encourage our colleagues too that once you observe any member, any colleague displaying behavior that are considered outside of the normal, that they should, not just wait to see what happens next, but should intervene by, questioning the individual or initiating help as best as possible.
Meantime, when our news team questioned whether the school's closure since the incident affected the sitting of external examinations, Johnson offered this update.
School itself, classes from grades 7 to 10, those classes were accommodated online, so they had online classes for those students. However, regular operations regarding CTEC exams continued today.
Okay, do you know if there will be classes tomorrow?
I am not sure if they will resume doing physical face-to-face classes tomorrow.
Yes.
I have not been apprised of that just yet.
Regional experts only recently revealed there's also a link between changes in the climate and mental health challenges, reminding the risks are many and the need for sensitivity greatly increased.
Mental health issues are real, and we just want our nation to move away from the whole aspect of having that stigma, and to ensure at the end of it all we can get help for those persons who are in need of that care and help.
Nika Lewis, CVM News.
We now revisit an iconic moment in travel and advertising history. The famous 1972 photo of a Trinidadian model dripping wet in a Jamaica-branded T-shirt has been immortalized in a new way. Ramon Gordon tells us how.
It's a photo that made headlines. First published in 1972, the image depicts Trinidadian model Cintra Bronte emerging from a pool, her frame draped in a blood-red T-shirt, with the lone word Jamaica printed across her chest. It's been described by some as the Jamaica Tourist Board's most impactful promotional poster having earned multiple Global Travel Awards and recognition from Grammy Award winner Alicia Keys, who attempted to recreate the shot back in 2015. Yesterday at the Carissa Group-owned S Hotel in Kingston, that photo took physical form.
S Kingston was featured over the years. Several statues, works of art created by some very talented Jamaicans to represent our culture. So it was no surprise when our chairman, Mr. Christopher Issa, broached the subject with Sintra. As she was in Jamaica, was a Jamaican icon, we asked if she would be open to the idea of us making a statue for her similar to that in the poster. She immediately agreed, and we said that there was to be one condition, that she would have to return when the sculpture was ready so that she could be here for the unveiling.
Sintra did, in fact, return to the island for the unveiling of the bust made in her honor. Interestingly, she lived and worked here for years before settling in Tobago. The statue, crafted by Jamaican artist Sheed Cole and a team of local artisans, commemorates the lasting impact of the photo. At its unveiling yesterday, Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett said the shot likely earned Jamaica millions.
Sintra is a Trinidadian, and she carried Jamaica's face worldwide. I'll give you a story. The very first year that poster was put in the marketplace, 500,000 visitors came to Jamaica.
Sintra stayed out of the spotlight for years after the photo went public, choosing instead to focus on her family and businesses back home. Her husband of 4 decades died 9 months ago, and while she's still adjusting to that loss, she says she's found comfort here in Jamaica.
I now consider myself Jamaican and Caribbean woman. The Caribbean woman, okay. Again, Mr. Issa, thank you. Thank you for remembering me. Thank you, Mr. Your Honor, for remembering me also. To all of my fans, thank you. And it's so nice to know that I am appreciated.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
Stay with us for the business segment after the break.
To dirty their hands, to jump in and get things done, who are never afraid to fail, to take a risk, to learn. You know them and aspire to be like them. And you can, because there's always room for greatness. Apply today. University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tammy.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVM TV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
You know them, the movers movers, the shakers, the people making a difference, who never shy away from a challenge, who are never afraid to dirty their hands, to jump in and get things done, who are never afraid to fail, to take a risk, to learn. You know them and aspire to be like them. And you can, because there's always room for greatness. Apply today. University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
This 10 seconds of calm is brought to you by Catherine Speak. Everything good.
Good evening, I'm Ramon Gordon, and this is the Business Report. Now, the bonds of corporate responsibility were fortified during a recent tour of the Carib Cement Rockford plant facility in Kingston by members of the Jamaica Manufacturers Exporters Association, JMEA, and other interested parties. The details in this report.
As the sole manufacturers of cement on the island, the company's motto of building a greater Jamaica has gained in nuance, with the company committing to its ambitions of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. Managing Director of Carib Cement, Jorge Martinez, provided insight into how the company intends to accomplish its goal.
Central to this endeavor is our innovative approach to resource utilization. Today, you will be exemplified by our partnership with the government to repurpose and co-process of tires from the Riverton landfill as a clean energy source in our cement kiln here in the plant. This is not only reduces our emissions, but also at the same time mitigates the impact of the environmental hazards that we all here in Jamaica suffers. Just in the 3 weeks of the last month, we co-processed 8,090 tires in our kiln. And we are increasing week by week the number of tires that we can co-process.
Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator Albin Hill, also highlighted the company's ambitions to significantly bolster exports.
CEMEX and Carib Cement are making innovations, exactly what we want to see from the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. And of course, you're looking at exporting, something that warms my heart very well. We should be looking to be, I know you have investments elsewhere in the Caribbean, but really this is the nicest place to be. We even speak English. All right, so we want to make sure you continue to expand here. I'm very happy to be here today with my team, and we carry that message wherever we go, that Carib Cement, publicly traded, is now in people's portfolios.
And for those who do, some insight into the timelines of growth were provided by Managing Director Martinez.
For the next year, our plan is at least to have 16 to 20 excess capacity on tons to export. And after that, in the years starting on 2026, at least 50. And we are considering in that the growing increase on the market around 1.5% each year by year. We are taking care of that domestic growth, and at the same time having created the surplus to go in export. So we are planning to become a much greater exporter as Jamaica, as a country, to serve some of the closest islands.
Mr. Martinez also mentioned some of the innovations that may be primed to enter the local market as well.
For example, we're discussing right now with the minister that the termites can attack the concrete. So probably it's not a problem here, but once it becomes a problem, we can have some technologies. And our main driver here is to bring this technology to Jamaica and to our customers, precisely to tackle with those type of different problems. For all the swimming pools, we have a specific concrete that with a specific technology that converts some small pieces of crystal to auto-seal cracks. Yeah, and that's an auto-sealing concrete. Yeah, it's a nanotechnology that is inside, and we are precisely. I'm working with some of the biggest ready-mix producers here, precisely to bring this technology today.
And that was your business report.